What's up, y'all? I'm out here at the range. As you can see back behind me, I've been out here having a ton of fun out here, some fantastic weather. And for this one right here, we're checking out what some folks might call the poor man's SAIGA-12. No last round bolt hold open, but sure is running good. All right, y'all, let's take a look at this bad boy and then we'll run some more shells through it. So like I said, what we're looking at here is basically, if you want to call it, the poor man's SAIGA-12. It's the Panzer Arms USA AK-12. So it is just what I said. It's basically a SAIGA-12 clone. Pretty much all the parts are interchangeable. The gas system is the same. The action is the same. The fire control group, most of those parts are the same. The furniture, it's a very close copy of the SAIGA-12. So obviously it's a 12 gauge AK style shotgun. Now Panzer Arms, it is a Turkish company, so this is a Turkish made clone. I know a lot of people absolutely despise Turkish shotguns, but from my personal experience, I've got a Panzer BP-12 bullpup that has been absolutely flawless from day one. I've got some Citadel Turkish stuff. I've got some JTS Turkish stuff. Every Turkish shotty that I've gotten so far has run very, very well. So hopefully this one won't be the exception. The main reason I got this thing was for the looks of it. I absolutely love the looks of this. I mean, it looks like an AK. Everything about it, the dust cover, the internals, the bolt carrier group, the bolt, it's a gas piston driven system. You break it down just like an AK. You don't have any of those different pistons that you have to worry about changing with the gas system on a lot of these Turkish style shotguns. Now that being said, it does have an adjustable gas system. It's basically got the same adjustable gas system that's on the SAIGA-12. Like I say, this is a very, very close clone. You've got two different positions, basically. Position one, you got a little detent in there between your little slots. Position one lets the least gas back through. So, you know, you want to start with that basically and see if everything runs. If you have trouble running light stuff, position two, it spins around and basically opens up the ports a little more and allows the most gas possible through. Now, this thing actually has a milled steel receiver, so it's not stamped sheet metal or anything like that. Really nice stout receiver. It's got some weight to it too, buddy. I believe it's over 8 pounds, so you know you're holding something, which is really not a bad thing for some really spicy 12 gauge. It'll help mitigate some of that recoil. Now it's got an 18.5-inch barrel and it is threaded for chokes, and they send you 3 chokes. You've got the cylinder choke in it now, and then they also give you a modified and a full and a little choke wrench. And now that's one complaint I have already. As soon as I pick this thing up, it has nothing to do with function, but it has more to do with the form of it. As y'all can see, this is just there's no threading on the outside of this barrel is what I should say. It's internally threaded for the chokes. Now the SAIGA-12 in this picture here has got a thread protector on it. As you can see on the box here, it shows that with a thread protector. So it shows it externally threaded. Either that or they're using some choke that sticks out that's got that external thread on it, but it's an internal choke. It shows it on this box, and the odd thing is, even on the Panzer YouTube channel for the promo video on this, it also shows that as well. So I'm not sure if that was a last minute design change or what went on there, but just know that if you're expecting that externally threaded barrel, you're not going to get that. Now that's not a huge deal for me, but some people it might be. So like I said, just be aware of that. As far as the furniture, you've got this reddish stained Turkish walnut. I think that looks really sharp. I really like the classic AK look of that. Now as far as your sights on it, you've got a brass bead on the front and you've actually got a notch here on the rear, but I can tell you right now, you can't get a low enough cheek weld on this thing to actually have your bead in that notch. You basically have to set your bead on top of that notch, and then you can kind of give it a 6 o'clock hold. Controls on it again are basically just like an AK. Your charging handle on the side there, it feels like an AK. Your dust cover, your safety there. Now one good thing, like most AKs, you know, when you put it on safe, you can't cycle your charging handle, but this you can cycle your charging handle. They didn't make it obstruct there, so I like that actually. Now, as you saw, there's no last round bolt hold open, but there is a manual bolt hold open. You see there the little lever on the bottom there. If I pull it all the way back, that little lever there just makes it mainly easier to load the mags because they're really tight if you try to load it on a closed bolt like that. Again, dust cover just like the SAIGA-12, just like in standard AK type dust cover. And then on the other side, you've actually got the AK style optic mount on it, so you can take something like the Midwest Industries. This actually came off of my GF3. That's what this one is usually on. Slide it on just like normal on the AK, and boom, there you go. Optic mounted up just like that, easy as can be. As far as the magazines, it does come with 2 5-rounders. You rock them in just like you do with the AK, take them out just the same. Now, I also got these two, any SAIGA-12 mags. Again, it's the SAIGA-12 clones, mags and everything. These are SGM Tactical. I can't remember the round count on these. I don't think this is 10. I think it's something weird like 7 and 8 or 8 and 9 or something crazy like that. But anyway, I got those. And then if anybody's wondering about the trigger, it feels basically like a standard AK trigger. It's got a nice crisp reset. You're right back on the wall, and you got that little bit of a kind of a mushy feeling like an AK trigger. But I've got us a nice variety of ammo out here to try in it. Everything from really light target stuff to 3-inch turkey loads here and these nice hot 1600 velocity slugs. So should be some fun stuff out here. I got some bottles and melons and some boom booms and all that. So let me get us set back up and let's put some more shells through this thing. All right, I loaded up these 2 SGM Tactical mags with this Rio double-aught buck. These are actually, this mag right here is 8 rounds and the other one is actually 10. I couldn't remember what I had even ordered. So this is 1,345 feet per second. So these shouldn't have any problem. One thing I'm noticing about these SGM Tactical mags is they're real tight. Let me lock the bolt back. They're really tight when you go to put them in here. As far as the plastic, I think it's just the plastic's really tight. I mean, they eventually go in, but they are tight. So let's see what we get here, y'all. I'm gonna try to take out them 2 bottles right there and just empty the rest on the steel. Ah, took the top off. There we go. Was that? Uh-oh, we got a jam, y'all. Got a jam. I don't know if that's the ammo or what's going on there. Oh, looks like it peeled a piece of that ammo back. See what we got. All right, as you can see, it got caught on something sharp in there on the way into the chamber. One thing I actually normally do with all of these Turkish shotguns is when I break them apart, I take me some really fine, like almost 2,000 grit sandpaper and knock down any really sharp or rough edges. I didn't do it with this one, so maybe my laziness might have cost me on this, but I'm gonna try to keep running it. It's probably got some kind of little sharp edge. I can even see where there's maybe a little sharp burr right there that I need to knock down. But let's see if we can finish off this mag here. I don't know how many rounds I got, maybe 2 or 3 left. All right, that one went in fine. Let's go out to 25 with these. I think I just got 2 rounds. I think that was it, wasn't it? Let's try it. No, I had one more. That was it right there. Wish it had a last round bolt hold open. Let me go ahead and get rid of this one that had the piece of plastic scraped off of it. I cut that loose piece of plastic off, so shouldn't have any problem with it now. All right, good to go on that mag. All right, I'm gonna send this 10-rounder of the same stuff, that Rio double-aught buck. I'm gonna just run it pretty fast right here on this 10-yarder. Yeah, see, it's scraping, something's scraping on the top. I'm gonna have to do a little massaging on that for sure. Let me see if I can manage to get through all 10 rounds of this right here. All right, we managed to get all 10 of them, but I'm definitely gonna massage whatever that rough edge is. All right, let's press our luck and move it on down to some really light target stuff. I'm gonna start out with this State brand. This is 1,290 feet per second, 7.5. See what it does. Now, I'm kind of worried about this stuff because this is a really, really cheap round and it's very, very soft plastic. So I got a feeling we might get something digging in on that sharp edge. I already can see and feel where that sharp edge is, and it's very obvious. I could have knocked that off very easily. I shouldn't have been lazy and I should have took care of that, but let's see what happens. I got got 5 rounds of these estates. Like I said, 7.5 at $12.90, and it's still on setting number 1, the lowest gas setting. Let's see if these cycle okay. Yep, no problem cycling them. All right, pretty much the same thing here, only it's supposed to be a little bit slower. This is the Federal Top Gun 7.5. This is supposed to be 1200, where that we just ran was 1290, or that's what it claimed anyway. So let's see if this will run. I don't think we're gonna have a problem running nothing, y'all. Did that cycle? I believe it did. I mean, yeah, it's slinging them things out. It ain't even thinking about struggling. Yeah, I mean, it's cycling absolutely no problem, and I keep losing count. All right, I'll put it back in there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this last one. All right, no problem cycling any of that at all. All right, let's see if we can pop that big old watermelon out there. We're gonna try out some of these 3-inch, these nitro turkeys. These are number 5, 1 7/8 ounces of shot at 1210 feet per second. So I've got a little bit of a worry on these 3-inchers right here as far as that sharp edge. But it fed off fine right there, so let's see what we get. Let's see if I can take out that melon, y'all. Hopefully I don't miss it with this crazy bead. Woo! That stuff right there is spicy, buddy. All right, y'all, I'm getting fancy now. As you can see, I got the optic stuck on it. This is just a UTG AccuShot 1 to 8, if I didn't mention that, little LPVO. I'm putting some of these slugs through it, these 1600 velocity Winchester slugs, 1 ounce, 2 3/4. I've got a little dot stuck down there at the 25-yard line, so I want to see just where I'm at as far as my, my point of impact. I'm sure I'm probably going to be, if I was guessing, it's probably going to be low, but we'll see here. See what we get. My bag's just about too doggone low. Let's see where it hits. It looks like it was high and to the right. Let me try one more. Yeah, that missed high and to the right. So this thing's hitting high and to the right. And I really don't want to move this thing because it's actually zeroed pretty decent on my AK. So I don't know that I'll use this thing at all. All right, I put 2 more of these slugs in here. I'm gonna try to kind of compensate using some of my drop markers. Unfortunately, there's no drop markers on the top half of this reticle. So where I need them actually. But I think I can kind of guesstimate, and I do have one for my windage there. So you see how close I can get doing this right here. All right, a little bit to the right still. And now I've done lost my little circle, but I'm gonna try to, I'll tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna try to put this one on that last hit down there towards the bottom. So on that one, I was a little bit right still, so let me compensate a little bit more. I just noticed we had another stick up in the top. I don't know how well y'all gonna be able to see that. Are you in camera there? You're probably not gonna be able to see that, but it's jamming. I can see exactly where it's catching on a really little sharp burr right there. So let me fix that and get that back in there. All right, let's try that again. I'm definitely gonna smooth out that little sharp piece when I get home. That should take care of that problem easily. Like I said, I'm gonna use the last hit marker down there, down towards the bottom. I'm gonna try to put another round right on it. All right, a little bit low. It's kind of tough because, like I say, I don't have any BDC marks on the top right there. I've got some on the right, but I'm having to completely move it past that mark. So pretty much guesstimating, but really that's not too bad. All right, I got us another big old watermelon set up out there, y'all. As you can see, I took that optic off. That thing ain't doing me no good if I can't line it up how I need it. So I'm just gonna use the irons here, and I got the same Winchester slugs in it. So this thing ought to do short work of that melon for sure. Let's see what she does, y'all. I mean, it obliterated that thing. All right, let's go again, y'all. I've got a couple bottles and a boom boom on the steel down there. I've got 2 slugs, 1 slug for each bottle, and then a double aught buck for the boom boom on the steel. So hopefully we don't have no kind of drama out of them. I'm kind of wondering about these bottles, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this thing just absolutely disintegrates stuff with those slugs. All right, I'm not sure if y'all noticed, but I actually had some boom booms taped to those bottles. Apparently I missed them just enough not to set them off. So I did actually recover those soggy boom booms from those bottles and put them back on the steel right there. I think we should be able to get a little something out of them though. Let's see what we can do. Not too bad. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna call it right there for this one with the Panzer Arms AK-12 SAIGA-12 clone. We had a couple little hiccups out of this thing because of that sharp machining on the inside of it there. Now that's something I can easily take care of. And like I said, normally, not just with Turkish shotguns, but any shotgun, I immediately break the thing down, clean all that assembly lube out, and I take, like I say, some really fine sandpaper and hit those sharp edges like that, mostly right there in the chamber, your barrel extension, like your bolt carrier group on some other semi-shotties other than something like this AK platform, but just any really sharp edge. Now, normally some sandpaper will take care of it. This right here has got a pretty big sharp burr from the machining on it, so I'll probably knock it off with a little bit of a file and then smooth it with the sandpaper. So like I said, for me, this is a very, very fast, easy fix. However, if this thing were to get in the hands of somebody who doesn't know anything really much about firearms or kind of tinkering and working on stuff like that, you don't have tools to kind of piddle around, do stuff like that, I mean, that could be a serious problem right there. You know, I've talked about that with other stuff in the past that, you know, just because a lot of us take for granted little stuff like this is nothing, we can fix that up real quickly. You know, somebody else might have to send this thing all the way back to Panzer to get this fixed. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is one thing I will admit with these Turkish shotties, trying to get service on them, a lot of them, from what I've heard, is an absolute nightmare. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. If you're not real handy or much of a tinkerer and can take care of little stuff like this, you know, you might want to think about something besides a Turkish shotgun like this. But the main thing I was happy to see is there was no cycling issues with anything. Y'all can see, I mean, these were the first rounds ever put through this thing. What did I run? 20 double aught buck? Maybe did I even run 20? I don't even think I ran 20 double aught buck. And then immediately to that really, really cheap Challenger or Estate brand, whatever it was, that real light target load, and not any problem at all cycling. And it's still on #1. Y'all can see it's on the #1 setting. So I didn't even have to pump it up to #2 to run very, very light, cheap stuff. But let me know what y'all think about it. Any y'all out there have one of these already? I know they hadn't been out real long. Have you had your eyes on one after what you saw out here today? Has it changed your mind one way or the other? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. If you did enjoy the video, take a second and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you got those notifications turned on so you get notified when I upload new stuff. Take a second, like I always ask you, and check out those affiliate links in the video description. If you do some shopping through Amazon, hit up that storefront link down there first. You'll go right through Amazon just like normal from there, and anything you buy after that, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. Same goes for those axle links. If you're looking for some really nice ear pro, hit up those links down there and you can save a lot of money instead of going straight to their site. Like I tell you every single time, I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all out there for supporting the channel. I had a lot of fun out here testing out some new tools, tons of good stuff headed y'all's way, so be on the lookout. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.